Hello guys, welcome back to another brand new video. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to do match the heading type of questions with complete strategy. After watching this video, I assure you that you can do this by yourself and get it right always. And now let's start the video. The first thing I would like to talk about is what type of questions are usually found in our Ielts reading exam. Typically we find questions like true false not given, sentence completion, match the heading, and there are many other type of questions. Here are the type of questions that are usually found in our Ielts exam. So the first thing that we look into is there are a few points we need to take care of before proceeding on to doing this type of questions. The first one is heading is really a summary. Heading is something that should represent a complete paragraph. It should summarize the complete paragraph. Every part of the heading should represent the paragraph. Then the second point is look at every word in the heading. If even one of them does not accurately reflect the meaning of the paragraph, then the heading probably is wrong. That means every part of the heading has to match the paragraph, means it has to represent, it has to mean something to the paragraph. Then the third point is watch out for distractor. Particularly distractor. For distractor, I have made a particular video. I will leave the link in the description. So if you guys are interested in watching the video, you can watch it from the description down below. Okay, then let's now move on to the paragraph. This is the paragraph and these are the headings. So let's read the paragraph and underline the keywords. Along with dodgy food, cramped seating, and screaming infants, turbulence is one of the bans of modern air travel. The things that they're talking about, dodgy food, cramped seating, and screaming infants, are the problems that are usually faced while traveling through aeroplanes. As well as along with this, there are a few other problems, namely turbulence. Turbulence is one of them. Is one of the bans, means one of the major problem in modern air travels. So now you can gather some idea that the paragraph is going to be about turbulence. So let's move forward. Avoiding turbulence is a somewhat haphazard business. Pilots do their best to fly around storm to steer clear of turbulent area reported by aircraft further along the route. But a series of experiments that has just finished in Colorado could eliminate some of the guesswork. By enabling airlines' existing radar system to pick up sign of the most common kind of turbulence called convective turbulence with just a simple software upgrade. So they have talked about two things. Let me underline this. First, they said us about pilots. Pilots do their best to fly around storm and to steer clear of turbulent areas reported by the aircraft further along the route. What are they talking about? The pilots do their best. How? By reporting the aircraft along the route. Means if any aircraft have flown over the way, they report it to the airport station that this area is on storm or the weather is bad. They report it to the airport station. Then the airport station forward this message to the upcoming airplanes that are just about to fly. So in this way they communicate about turbulence. But new experiment says what? But a series of new experiment is being done where in Colorado they says that it could be eliminated by how? Just by a simple software upgrade. And this turbulence is called what? Convective turbulence. So keeping this in mind, let's move on to the options. Let's analyze the options now. How convective turbulence could be identified? The first option is saying us how convective turbulence can be identified. This is a very important and a very interesting option because they used the word convective turbulence. This word we have seen in the paragraph. It is at the last line. See here, the paragraph also contains this word convective turbulence. In the option also they mention that there is a convective turbulence. So this option may feel interesting to few of you. Just by looking at the word, you can say that this may be the answer, but it isn't the answer. Just hold on and try to analyze the option first and then confirm your answer. Let's see how convective turbulence could be identified. This is the option. Now let's analyze. I have created another slide for this option, particularly for this option A, how convective turbulence could be identified. Looking at it, it is very attractive because it contains the word turbulence and as well as convective. But they're talking about how this could be identified. Definitely, how can this be identified? They are telling us here by only a simple software upgrade. Then this can be an option. This can be a correct option, isn't it? But no, I have discussed the points. See, look at here. Heading is really a summary. I said that a heading should be something that represent the whole paragraph. Okay, but the option here you're looking at, the convective turbulence could be identified. This is talking about only the second part of the paragraph. If you read it carefully and just see how this can be identified, they're talking about this particular option here at the lower end of the paragraph, not the entire paragraph. So you need to find something that represents the entire paragraph, not just the second part or the first part or any other part. It has to represent the whole paragraph. So this can be the correct option. Then let's move on to the next option B, a potentially dangerous phenomenon. Definitely, turbulence is one of the most dangerous problem that is faced while traveling in air. So it is a dangerous phenomenon. But the word potentially, do you know what does the word potentially mean? The word potentially means something that is going to happen in the future, or something that has the probability of happening in the future. So let's now understand a potentially dangerous phenomenon means something that is going to happen in the future. A dangerous phenomenon that is going to happen in the future. But turbulence is not something that is going to happen in the future. It is now at the present. It is a problem that is being faced now. So it is not of the future. It is about the present. So this cannot be the option either. Now let's move on to the last option, current method and new research. Current method and new research. Let's look at this. What does current method mean? Here they're talking about it in this part. See, pilots do their best to fly around storm and steer clear of turbulent area reported by aircraft further along the route. This much. See, this is the current method that the pilots are using, or the airport authority is using to identify turbulence. What are they using? If any aeroplane fly around the way and they face any type of storm or bad weather, they report it to the airport station. This is how they are being now communicating. So this is the current method. And the new method, or you can also say that new research. What is the new research? You can see here a series of experiment happening in Colorado. A series of experiment means new research. So what is the new research saying us? It is telling us about just to simply upgrade the software. In that way you can just pick up any sort of turbulence. If there is any sort of turbulence, you can just pick it up. So this is how the new research is telling us. This is what the new research is telling us. So I think you guys can understand that C is the correct option. So if you have learned something new from this video, like this video and subscribe this channel to watch more interesting video like this. So that's all for today. In my next video, I'll be talking about some more difficult questions in IELTS reading. So to see that video, subscribe this channel and like this video. And that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.